Have you ever stopped to think about how rare it is to still do certain things after 65? It's easy to fall into the belief that aging automatically means slowing down, losing abilities, or becoming less capable. But here's the truth. If you can still do these 8 things, you're part of a special group, a rare and remarkable group of people who are aging exceptionally well. In this video, we're diving into 8 signs that show you're aging not just well, but exceptionally well. From maintaining physical strength to keeping your mind sharp, each of these signs reveals something deeper about your resilience, longevity, and overall health. And if you can check off some or even all of these things, you should take pride in knowing that most people your age simply cannot. Stay with us until the end, because not only will you recognize these qualities in yourself, but you'll also understand why they're so important for living a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Let's get started. Number 1, you have strong grip strength. One of the most powerful, yet often overlooked signs of aging exceptionally well is grip strength. If you can still firmly shake hands, carry a heavy grocery bag, or easily open a jar, you're doing better than you might realize. Grip strength isn't just about hand muscles, it's a reflection of your overall muscle mass, nerve function, and even heart health. Research has shown that seniors with strong grip strength tend to live longer, recover faster from illnesses, and remain more independent as they age. It's not just a matter of being able to open a jar. When your grip is weak, simple tasks like holding a coffee mug, getting up from a chair, or even balancing can become difficult. These small inconveniences are a sign that your strength is beginning to decline. But if your grip is still solid, it's an indication that your body is holding on to its functionality, endurance, and resilience. For example, think about Frank, a 75-year-old man who still loves working in his garden. He easily lifts pots, handles tools, and moves around his space with ease. His doctor once told him that his grip strength was actually better than some men in their 50s. That's not just impressive, it's a sign that his overall strength is far above average for his age. Why does grip strength matter so much? It's directly linked to your ability to maintain mobility and avoid falls, one of the biggest concerns for seniors. Strong hands help you stabilize yourself when needed, hold on to railings with confidence, and continue enjoying the activities you love without struggle. So if you still have a strong grip, take it as a sign that your body is aging in an exceptional way. It's a reminder that strength, endurance, and resilience can remain with you far longer than you might expect. Number 2, you can get up from the floor without assistance. One of the most revealing signs of longevity is the ability to get up from the floor without assistance. It may seem like a simple skill, but if you can still do this, you're holding on to something many people your age may have lost: flexibility, balance, coordination, and core strength. It's not just about being able to sit down on the floor and get up again. It's a direct predictor of how well you'll maintain independence as you age. Think about how often you use this ability in daily life. Maybe it's kneeling to pick something up, sitting on the floor with your grandkids, or simply stretching after a walk. For many seniors, getting up from the floor becomes a struggle. They rely on pushing themselves up with their hands or using furniture for support. But if you can smoothly transition from the floor to standing, you're part of a rare group. And that's a good thing. Take Margaret, 72, as an example. She still enjoys her morning yoga routine, moving from sitting to standing with ease. Her doctor once mentioned that most women her age can't do that without assistance. It's not just about muscle strength, it's about overall body control, joint mobility, and lower body strength. This ability indicates that your body is still functioning with coordination and strength, even in simple movements. Why does this matter? Studies show that seniors who can't get up from the floor without using their hands are twice as likely to experience mobility decline and other health complications. Being able to do this simple action reduces your risk of falls, helps keep your joints flexible, and ensures your muscles stay engaged. If you can still do this, it's a sign that your body is aging far better than most people your age. Number 3, you can maintain good posture without struggling. Good posture is more than just standing up straight. It's a reflection of how well your body is aging. If you can stand tall, walk with confidence, and sit without slumping, you're ahead of most people in your age group. Poor posture over time leads to a weakened core, back pain, and even breathing difficulties. But if you're still able to maintain proper alignment, it means your spine, muscles, and joints are supporting you well, something that becomes rare as we age. You might not think about it often, but posture impacts much more than just appearance. It affects your mobility, balance, and even your internal organ function. When your spine is aligned, your lungs can expand fully, leading to better oxygen flow and improved energy levels. On the other hand, when you're hunched over, your body works harder to compensate, leading to fatigue and discomfort. Take George, a 74-year-old retired teacher. He walks with confidence, his back straight and his head held high. People often assume he's younger than his age simply because of his posture. His doctor once said, "Most men your age struggle with spinal compression or a forward-leaning stance, but you're holding up remarkably well." That's because George stays active, engages his core, and avoids the habits that lead to a hunched back. Posture is crucial because it directly impacts balance and fall prevention. Poor posture shifts your center of gravity forward, making you more likely to lose your balance. When you stand tall and maintain alignment, you naturally distribute your weight more evenly, reducing strain on your joints and improving stability. If you can still maintain good posture without discomfort or constant reminders, take it as a sign that your body is aging with strength, resilience, and vitality. Number 4. You can easily get up from a chair without using your hands. It might seem like a small thing, but being able to stand up from a chair without using your hands is a major sign of physical strength and independence. Many people over 65 gradually lose lower body strength and mobility, which makes rising from a seated position more challenging. But if you can still do it effortlessly, it means your legs, core, and balance are all working in harmony. A rare ability that many take for granted until it's no longer possible. Think about how often you get up and down throughout the day, from the couch, from a car, or even from the dinner table. These simple actions rely on a combination of leg power, core stability, and coordination. When you struggle with these movements, it often signals the early stages of declining muscle strength or joint stiffness. However, if you can do it smoothly, you're showing a level of physical capability that many in your age group have already lost. Take Linda, a 72-year-old grandmother, as an example. She never thought much about her ability to stand up from a chair until she saw some of her friends struggling to get up without assistance. One day at a family gathering, her grandson challenged her to stand up from the floor without using her hands. To her surprise, she did it easily. Regular walking, stretching, and light strength exercises had kept her body functioning smoothly. This ability is an important indicator of longevity. Studies show that seniors who can stand up from a seated position without help tend to live longer and remain independent for more years. It means you have the muscle strength, joint flexibility, and coordination to prevent falls, which is one of the biggest concerns as we age. If you can still do this effortlessly, take pride in your body's strength and appreciate what you're capable of. It's a skill that becomes rarer with time. Number 5, you can stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds. Balance is something we often take for granted until it starts to fade. But if you can stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds without wobbling or needing support, you're in far better shape than most people your age. Poor balance in older adults is strongly linked to a higher risk of falls, injuries, and even a shorter lifespan. Take a moment right now to try this test. Stand up, lift one foot a few inches off the ground, and count to 10. If you can do this easily, your coordination, leg strength, and neurological function are in sync. But if you find yourself swaying, putting your foot down too quickly, or grabbing onto something, it may signal that your balance and muscle control need improvement. Take Frank, a 77-year-old retired carpenter. He used to be very active, but over time he noticed that he felt a little unsteady on uneven ground. During a routine checkup, his doctor asked him to stand on one leg. Frank barely made it to 5 seconds before tipping over. That was his wake-up call. He began doing balance exercises like heel-to-toe walking and standing on one foot while brushing his teeth. Within months, he could stand on one leg for over 15 seconds without issue. Good balance is crucial because it helps prevent falls, the #1 cause of serious injury among seniors. But it also reflects your overall muscle function, brain-body connection, and mobility. If your balance begins to fade, it can be a warning sign that your body is losing strength and coordination. However, If you can still stand on one leg for 10 seconds or more, it's a sign that you're ahead of the curve. If you haven't tried this test yet, give it a shot. Stand up, lift one foot, and see how long you can hold it. If you can manage 10 seconds or more, you're part of a rare group of seniors with exceptional stability. Keep it up, as your ability to balance now will help keep you independent and mobile for many years to come. Number 6, you can get up from the floor without using your hands. Getting down to the floor and back up again might seem like a simple task, but it's actually a true test of strength, flexibility, coordination, and overall mobility. If you can still do this without struggling or using your hands for support, you're in a rare group of people who tend to live longer and maintain independence well into their later years. The ability to rise from the floor effortlessly relies on a combination of core strength, leg power, balance, and joint flexibility. As we age, these abilities naturally decline, making it harder to get up from low positions. But when you can still do it with ease, it's a clear sign that your muscles, joints, and coordination are all working in harmony. Take Joan, a 72-year-old grandmother, for example. She's been active most of her life, and one day, while playing with her grandchildren, she realized she could stand up from the floor without assistance, just like she always had. Her doctor later told her that this simple ability meant her muscles were strong, her joints were flexible, and her balance was excellent. In fact, studies show that people who struggle to get up from the floor without support are at a much higher risk of falls, mobility loss, and even premature death. The ability to rise without assistance is an indicator of good physical function, and people who maintain this ability are able to stay active, prevent injuries, and remain independent well into their 80s and beyond. If you haven't tested yourself in a while, give it a try. Sit on the floor and see if you can stand up without using your hands, arms, or knees for assistance. If you can do it smoothly, you're in a rare and fortunate group of seniors with excellent mobility. And if it's a challenge, that's okay. It's never too late to start strengthening your core, improving your flexibility, and working on movements that keep you strong and capable. Number 7. You can carry groceries without struggling. If you can still carry a bag of groceries without it feeling like a major workout, you're ahead of most people your age. The ability to carry weight relies on grip strength, upper body endurance, and core stability, all crucial elements of physical health. Studies show that grip strength alone is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. Your ability to lift and carry items isn't just about arm strength, it's an indicator that your bones are strong, your shoulders are stable, and your body is still capable of performing essential movements without excessive strain. As we age, these abilities naturally decline, but when you can still manage the task with ease, it's a sign that your muscles, joints, and nervous system are functioning at a high level. Take Walter, a 74-year-old retired schoolteacher. He never thought much about his strength until one day at the store. He noticed younger men around him struggling to lift heavy bags into their cars while he did it effortlessly. A younger shopper even offered to help, assuming he needed assistance. Walter laughed and said, "I've been doing this for decades, no need to stop now." That small moment made him realize just how much his lifelong activity and strength training had kept him ahead of the curve. Doctors often say that a weak grip and difficulty lifting everyday items are early warning signs of declining health. Muscle loss, osteoporosis, and nerve function decline can all contribute to frailty over time. If carrying groceries, lifting a chair, or even holding onto something for an extended period has become challenging, it could be a sign that your muscles and bones need more attention. The good news is, if you can still carry those grocery bags without feeling winded or exhausted, you are part of a rare group of seniors who still have functional strength, the kind of strength that allows you to live independently and enjoy life without constant physical limitations. To keep that strength, continue using it. Strength training, hand exercises, and simple activities like squeezing a tennis ball or carrying light weights can help maintain muscle and grip strength for years to come. Number 8, you can get down on the floor and stand back up without help. One of the biggest indicators of long-term mobility and independence is your ability to get down on the floor and stand back up without assistance. It might seem like a simple movement, but for many people over 65, this becomes a real challenge. Balance, Leg strength, flexibility, and core stability all play a role, and those who can still do it have a significantly lower risk of injury, hospitalization, and overall decline in health. Imagine this. Emma, an 80-year-old grandmother, was playing with her grandkids on the living room floor. When it was time to get up, she instinctively placed one foot down, pushed off with her hands, and stood up with ease. Her daughter, watching her, was shocked, saying, "Mum, I know people 20 years younger than you who can't do that." What Emma didn't realize was that this simple ability was actually a sign of incredible strength, balance, and longevity. Doctors use the sight to stand tests to evaluate a person's overall health and mortality risk. Studies have shown that those who struggle to get up from the floor are at a much higher risk of falls, fractures, and long-term mobility issues. If you can still get down and back up without grabbing onto furniture or needing help, you're in a rare group of seniors with strong functional movement, something that most people lose as they age. Why is this so important? Because falling and not being able to get back up is one of the leading causes of serious injury in older adults. Many seniors who suffer falls struggle not just because of the fall itself, but because they lack the strength and coordination to recover. But if you can still get up with ease, it means your legs, core, and balance system are functioning well. And that's something to be incredibly proud of. If this is something you want to maintain, daily practice is key. Simple exercises like bodyweight squats, lunges, and core strengthening movements can help keep your muscles engaged. And if getting up from the floor is challenging now, don't be discouraged. Starting with assisted movements, using a chair or cushion for support, can help you regain mobility over time. The key is to never stop moving. If you can still get up and down naturally, you are ahead of the curve, and that ability alone places you in a rare and capable group of seniors. As we wrap up this video, take a moment to reflect on these 8 remarkable abilities. If you can still do these things with ease, you're part of an elite group that has maintained strength, mobility, and mental sharpness well beyond what most people expect at this stage of life. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that aging doesn't mean losing everything. It means adapting, preserving, and thriving in ways that others might not expect. So which of these abilities stood out to you the most? Do you still have all 8, or maybe a few of them, or one you'd like to improve? We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, and reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.